Well, it's time for the end of the day wrap from one of my favourite parts anywhere in the world. It's the streets of Kathmandu. After what has been a sensational start to this inaugural NPL, we now will come into a rest day tomorrow, but it was a quite brilliant Sunday, a superb Sunday, if you will. It included a most remarkable finish in the morning game. It was top of the table, or was joint top of the table versus bottom of the table. We saw the Lumbini Lions, who are winless and they're yet to pick up a win in this tournament. They were taking on the superb Janakpur Bolts, so well led by NCell and indeed Pabudu Dasanayaka. NCell was in the runs, and it was a flying start that NCell and Asif Sheikh provided, having been asked to have a bat first. It was a big toss, you felt, in the morning, and Rohit Powell was desperate to get a first win of the competition. The star of the show, though, the man who sparked the collapse, was somebody who was added to the draft list by the Lumbini Lions, and he came into the team in place of Surya Tamang. Abhishek Gautam, he bowled really well, picked up 3 wickets, and if they'd gone on to get over the line, I think he would have been the player of the match. I thought he bowled beautifully. Add him to the list of this army of left-arm spinners from Nepal. But despite only chasing 136, Lumbini Lions, once Rohit Powell got out, he made 30 odd, as did Tom Moores. Once they got out, all of a sudden the panic started to set in. That lack of confidence because of the lack of wins meant that they needed, I think it was 9 from the final over, and at one stage, well, a first super over in this NPL looked incredibly likely. But what happened instead was Sandeep Jora hit the penultimate delivery for 2, and he actually played well. He'd made 16 off 9, as it was Harsh Thakur who came in to bowl the final ball. 16 overs of spin NCell bowled in that morning contest. And what happened then, well, it's not a delivery that Sandeep Jura is going to want to watch again, because he was absolutely crestfallen. He probably could have nudged it into the leg side and got a single to guarantee the super over, and maybe pushed hard for 2 like he did in the penultimate ball, but instead he just picked out the man at deep square leg. Wasn't the greatest delivery from Harsh Thakur, but he bowled so well, and he ended up being the hero, as it was the Bolts that held on by just 1 run despite that collapse in the middle order. So what a contest that was in the morning. It meant that the Bolts are the first team to get 4 wins and get to 8 points. But soon after, the Sudurpaschim Royals, they came in to action, and you would have felt that certainly Dipender Singh Ari would have been confident of making it a 4th win from 4 for his side. But what happened then was really a turn up for the books. Kushal Malla won the toss, and he had the confidence to say, I'm going to bat first. And bat first he did, and bat first they were brilliant. Really good. I thought the way in which Hassan Keel played up at the top, I thought that was excellent. And then Ravi Bapara, who's had a sensational tournament, he's been so good. The veteran who's been all around the world. He smashed 36 off just 18, and then all of a sudden the Sudurpaschim Royals had a real tough chase on their hands. 160 odd to get past, and for the first time in the tournament they were chasing. They'd won all their games batting first. So how did it go in the chase? Well, you would have thought that Sudurpaschim may well have got off to a flying start. Binod Bandari tried his best, but it was Ishan Pandey, the only one really to step up. Scott Kugelheim was yet again in the wickets in that first innings, but in the second innings it was a spin-heavy performance. The pick of the bowlers for me, that was certainly Kushal Malla, the captain. I thought he was outstanding. He roared with delight a couple of times as well, as he picked up 2 wickets and an over. Jan Nicol-Lofty-Eaton hasn't made an impact with the bat yet in this tournament, despite that 31-ball century earlier in the year for Namibia. And then it was his 2 wickets, including a crucial one of Dipender Singh Ari off the under edge, that got them home for a 33-run victory. Hassan Keel was the player of the match, and rightly so. So what a day of cricket it was. Like every day in this Nepal Premier League, it's given us something extra. It's given us something to talk about and something to think about. But I won't lie, after what's it been, 7 back-to-back days, I think, of double headers, we all need a break, a badly needed Monday rest day. I'm going to do very little and chill out, but I will see you Tuesday, where I think we're going to be in for what should be 2 more cracking contests, and hopefully plenty of fans too. So I'm going to see you very soon. Thanks so much for all the support. I'm going to have a day off tomorrow, and we'll see you Tuesday.